Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shawnee Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shawnee Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, and inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, SESN. It's the Shawnee State Bears and the Montreat College Cavaliers next in college basketball action as part of our coverage of the show 2024.
Yeah, Shawnee State playing out of the River States Conference, preseason fourth in our conference, led by Dwayne Burrows in his fourth season as the head coach, and then Montreat playing out of the AAC, ranked 8th in the preseason poll, led by first-year head coach Jamie Moore.
Yeah, really good coach. Shawnee State 3-0 overall. The Cavs are 3-3, 500 so far this season. Both of them looking for what would be a massive win at the show in this national showcase tonight in Kingsport.
Yeah, Shawnee picked up a nice win over Faulkner last night here in part of the show, and then definitely got off to the right start here to Kingsport, and looking forward to watching them play this evening.
And giving away some hardware down on the floor. If any fans carried over with us from our last one, hopefully they're going to be excited to hear that I believe Ginger High Colvin will be joining us in the press box for a portion of this game. So I have some pop quizzes ready for her.
I got my pen and pad ready to take notes from one of the best coaches in the entire country.
No kidding. And I don't want her to give away the sauce, but I've got some fun ideas for this. If she's willing, I think she'll be willing to have fun.
Yes.
I got some fun ideas. Hardware being given away, so a lot of really good talent on the floor. And the easy and obvious pick of a player to watch for Shawnee State, obviously number 12, Markayla Holland, the junior from Waterford, Michigan, came from Waterford Kettering, 16.7 points per game, shoots about 50% from the field, 73% at the stripe, 8 rebounds and 4.5 assists per game this season so far through 3.
Definitely a talented player for Shawnee State, historically one of the best programs in the entire country. So they're used to a lot of success. Montreat, I'm excited about with them under the first-year head coach in Montreat, North Carolina, still dealing with a lot from the flooding, from the hurricane. But the administration of Montreat does such a good job, and the coaching staff for the Montreat Cavaliers. Excited watching them play this evening as well.
And Gary is somebody who's strongly affiliated with the AAC. I'm sure you're very well aware of the existence of Ramaya Sanders and Virginia Edmondson. Sanders, 20.3 points per game so far this season. Edmondson, 16.8. Both of them just electric on the floor.
Definitely. If you like basketball, you'll love watching those two young ladies play the game of basketball. Definitely know how to put the ball in the hoop. Also know how to defend at a high level.
We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be ready to go with Tip from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list.
Welcome back, ready to go. Our final game from Floor A. College basketball starts now on the Southeast Sports Network. Quickly down the floor, this one nearly escapes, and it does.
Off the opening tip, the Shawnee State was unable to run it down and corral the possession. Montreat, nice job be there defensively to force the turnover. The Cavs will have the first opportunity to get a shot on goal. Right now the AAC. Will swing to the right side, get to the right baseline. Swing to the left, shots up, rattles around, comes out. The Shawnee State possession. On the basketball, LB Steele with the basketball. No, excuse me. There she has it. Picks up a dribble in a bad spot. Second turnover charge to Shawnee State. Now the push. Gregory will have it for the Bears. Look at the Holland. Zone defense from Montreat.
Bears from the elbow. This one rattles off the side of the iron. Regathered. Virginia Edmondson, one of the best in all of NAIA basketball. Probably the best point guard, if not top 3 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference.
Definitely one. I definitely agree with you. There's some good ones too, and she's definitely at the top tier.
Entry pass to Edmondson. She's alongside the block. Knifes her way down inside and puts it in off the glass.
I think they're going to whistle her for some steps beforehand, though. Athletic play to even get to the rim. The referee says you shuffle your feet. Edmondson with a push for Montreat. Alexander will have the basketball for Montreat. Swing on the left side. Shawnee State will force the tie up on the baseline. We're still scoreless.
And we've got Coach joining us in the press box now. Excited to have her along with us. One of the very best in NAIA history.
I've paid you. I've paid you to say that.
Well, we can show you a stat sheet with all your records, Coach, that shows the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, well, the thing about that is I've not scored any points. I've stood on the sideline and reaped the rewards of being a good recruiter, finding good kids, and that's what it's all about.
Hey, Coach, talk about that. You have a lot of local players in that Campbellsville area that you've really developed. Talk about your recruiting strategy.
We like local kids just because their families can come and be involved, and I think they just play harder when their parents and their grandparents and their aunts and uncles can all come and watch.
Shawnee State, we're still scoreless 2 minutes into this between the Bears and the Cavaliers. From the corner around
like
the arc.
the beginning of our game. I feel like we had to pull teeth to score tonight.
Yeah, really cold start, and then all of a sudden, nothing could go wrong for Campbellsville. Now, why was that, Coach? What changed as the three is buried from the straightaway by Holland?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really feel like Faulkner did a really good job tonight. They were physical and did such a good job and shot the ball well. And you know that when we shoot the ball well, there, the lids come off the bucket both ends here now. When you shoot the ball well, good things happen.
Katie Alexander out of Asheville Christian Academy buries that. It's 3-all, 7:13 to play in our first quarter.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Shawnee State. I'm not familiar with Montreat. Shawnee was in our league, so we've been able to see them. They're not in our league now, but always a good program there.
Great drive to the basket, but the violation at the end of it drawn as Steele, the big collision.
You talk about Shawnee State. They've competed at a national level for a long time.
Yes.
But Coach Jeff Nickel was the coach at the time, right?
Jeff Nickel, yes, and Jeff's at Georgetown now. He's actually playing on the court opposite of us, and Jeff just does an outstanding job and did a great job at Shawnee. Their coach prior to Jeff, who was assistant for, was an outstanding, one of the best coaches in NAIA when she was there.
Edmondson knifes her way down to the elbow, wants to fire. Here's the drive, and from low paint, this off the mark. So, Coach, I was interested in asking you, I do play-by-play, so I'm focusing on what's happening in the moment, describing it, bringing it to life. As a coach, when you watch another team play, what kinds of things do you look for? Without giving the sauce away, what kinds of things are you looking for?
Just what their favorite things are. I think everybody has things that they like to have their go-tos, and then you try to disguise it in a lot of different ways. If a team likes to run a center screen to get their center open, they may disguise it 2 or 3 ways. But obviously, most people want to get the ball in their best players' hands. And see what happens after that.
Well, Coach, we talk about one of the best players. If you can get into your best players' hands, number 5, one of the best players in the country, Lauren Lee, first-team All-American last year, already making an early candidacy this year. Talk about the importance of your program.
She is. We lost 10 kids from last year. So, Lauren, if you have to have somebody back from the team, having your point guard back, your first-team All-American point guard is definitely who you want to have back. And Lauren's a valedictorian of our university. She's a grad student right now, a local kid, 45 minutes away. You just couldn't ask for more. Her toughness, the way she's improved in the 4 years that she's come to our university, I wish I could clone her. That's for sure.
I'll tell you somebody I was impressed with tonight, the freshman out of Hartford County, Dee Bradley off the bench tonight. She's got a little juice to her, Coach.
Oh, she's got a lot of juice to her. She led the state in scoring last year. She averaged right around 30 points a game, and she can score the basketball.
Nice floater by the Bears. 6 minutes to play in our first. 5-4, a really close one, and kind of a slow start to this. When you start in a slump, Coach, what kinds of things do you do to spark the Tigers?
I pull my hair out. Like tonight, I pulled my hair out. I think, again, you just try to have a few go-to plays and just something to kickstart your score, kickstart somebody that maybe you have a mismatch. It looks like both teams are sitting here in a little sagging man or a zone, and just trying to get it in your best players' hands. Momentum. Basketball is a momentum game. And I would say 99% of the time, the team with the best momentum late is the team that's going to come away with it.
And Coach, you talk about constructing your roster too. I noticed that you have constructed rosters. You got players who can score the basketball on all 3 levels. It'll be the guard, the shooting guard, or off the forward as well. We talked about Lauren Lee. We talked about Dee Bradley off the bench. Tyra Flowers is another talented player for you as well, too. Talk about the importance of Tyra, teammates to your program, but also constructing a roster as well.
Yes, well, Tyra broke my heart. I saw her play actually in Tennessee at an event when she was a senior in high school, and I fell in love with her in about 2 possessions. She went to North Alabama, and I missed her freshman year, but we got her back. And just a kid like her, and we talked to their coaches and try to find out about their character. Kids can be talented, but maybe not have a lot of character, and we try to really get that and try to find out about those kids.
Well, definitely, she's a stat
she's
a stat sheet stuffer. I mean,
yes.
Every single category.
Yes,
Tell the
she
player.
can care less about the scoring. We want her to care more about scoring, and I think the more she matures and the more comfortable she gets, she will.
I do have another question for you regarding this show. What attracted you to come down and play in this event?
Well, the games, being able to get the games down here. I love being able to walk from the room to the games. It's a national tournament kind of style where you can come down and watch. Like I can't wait to go over, and be able to watch another team in our league. And I know the men's side is really built up. I wish the women's side would build up as much. It's not that far for us, a little over 5 hours, and you can always pick up good games. And, our league is a small league, so we have to find a lot of games.
Yeah, you don't start conference play till after January, right?
Yeah.
Facilitating the Bears Looking for that entry pass and just onto the edge of the elbow. Holland will walk it back out to the straightaway as the Cavs draw the whistle. We're fired up in Kingsport. I can't believe we've reached the last game of this day. So much action, so quickly. You come down, you play some tough games. You built a schedule that's one of the toughest in the country in all of NAIA. Talk to me about building that schedule. Obviously, strength of schedule and the points are the only reason to do that, right?
Yeah, it is, and you're not going to get better if you don't go play good teams. And if you want to be really good, you've got to show your kids what you're talking about because they don't listen to you. You know, it's not what you say, it's what you show them. And when they come in and realize these teams are out to get you, these teams are going to play hard, they're well coached. It's a really good thing early before, and our conference is so strong. We have to play really good games before we start.
So have you been able to watch a lot while you've been here?
I have. Yes, I have been able to. It's been really great. And our men's team are here as well, so it's been fun watching them too.
Who has jumped out at you on the women's side that maybe you didn't expect, or you just said, wow, they're really good?
Well, I'm watching Montreat right now, and, they're getting after it in this zone against Shawnee. I knew Shawnee would get after it, so this game, both teams are both really, really physical, quick, and this game's up and down the floor. They've been up and down the floor a lot more than the score indicates. I feel like they're filling each other out right now. And then, of course, I'm gonna give my league a nod. I think Georgetown's down to 7 players right now. They have some kids hurt, and they have some kids sick. So they're playing Reinhardt, who I feel like is a really, really good team. And then I feel like Faulkner came in and played really well. I got to see Union a little bit. We played them early in the season, and it's just fun watching different coaches and different teams, and just when you're not coaching, you can relax a little bit and then just enjoy the game.
You talked about Reinhardt. They picked up a big road win in Pikeville just a couple of weeks ago too, going in, and the preseason pick to win the AAC. Went into Pikeville and beat them on their home court.
And Pikeville, that's a tough get. And we watched Reinhardt quite a bit before we played them, and we were super impressed with what they brought to the table.
Big fan of Tony Campbell, and they've got great talent all up and down that roster.
Yep.
You've been around this game for a while. You are such an important staple and spark plug for the league, for your conference, for the game of basketball in America. What does the future of not just your conference, but the league as a whole look like in your eyes? What kinds of things do you see coming?
The kids are more skilled. There's more kids to choose from, and I feel like NAIA basketball is as good as it gets. When you get to the national level, and if you have an opportunity to watch the national tournament, you're going to find that the national tournament, those NAIA schools in that tournament are just as skilled as a lot of your D1 programs. And I just feel like D1, they have so many rules, so many things that they can't be involved with their kids as much as these coaches want to be. And I think that's a plus for us. And I just think NAIA basketball is really good basketball. And whoever started it, I'm pleased that they did, because obviously I've made my life of it. And I'm blessed beyond measure to be able to coach in NAIA.
You talk about it, NAIA schools, typically they're smaller campuses, smaller enrollments, which Campbellsville has a larger enrollment, a large online presence as well. But there's something about those small campuses where the kids they feel fit in. They're more than just a basketball player. Yeah. They're a true student. They can be involved in other activities on campus as well.
Yeah, we've got kids that are super involved in other things, and their grades are important. These kids are not going to go pro. I say that, but I have a kid playing in overseas right now, but they're not going to go pro. In most cases, they're going to be moms, they're going to be nurses, they're going to be doctors, they're going to be teachers, and the lessons that they learn from this, I think, are just are life-changing.
I've heard it's not about this 4 years that you're at Campbellsville, it's about the next 40 years.
That's
preparing
exactly
for as well.
And when these girls learn to overcome adversity, and we're in a really quick gratification era of life, and if kids are involved in sports, I feel confident that helps them become more self-sufficient, more grit, more determination, and be better human beings.
I like to back up and kind of piggyback on a question that Gabe asked you. You talked about coming to the show and the national tournament type feel here.
Right.
I've talked to a couple of coaches. They like to be playing back-to-back days against quality competition, but also when you play better competition, it magnifies where your deficiencies are. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%. And the back-to-back days I love because your kids have to bounce right back. And so, yes, that's 100% true. It just gives you stuff to go home and work on. And these other teams have scouted you, and, you know, you see different things. You see, like, these teams right now are playing. They're throwing some man, throwing some zone, got long bodies. They've got quickness. It's just so much fun to watch all the differences.
I noticed that in your schedule in a couple of weekends, you're actually playing back-to-back days as well. I think maybe at home you got a couple of schools, Oakland City maybe coming in, and Shawnee State coming to your place.
They're coming to our place, and you know, like I say, it's fun to be able to stand out here and watch. They're so energetic. They're long, and you can see they have energy every trip down the floor. And this is a really good game, so it's fun to watch and keep up with.
Shawnee's built a nice 5-point lead. We're in the final minute of this first period as Ramiah Sanders is just off the mark. That rims off. The Bears back to the offensive end of the floor. Nice flip out around the arc. From the straightaway, drives inside mid-range. Jay, too much. It kicks us off the heel of the iron. And Montreat scoops it up where Sanders will run the floor. Half a minute left in this first period. When you're trailing by 5, you know, you guys went down early, and Faulkner looked really good. Now, I think it's different when you're a nationally ranked program that's had so much success because clearly you've already learned to weather the storm. Is there any tricks you have, though, as a coach? And again, don't give away the sauce if it's a secret. Is there any tricks that you have that you're like, yeah, I just, you know, we think this or we talk about this in the huddle?
I don't even think it's a huddle thing. I think early in the season, I don't like calling timeouts when things go bad early. You like for your kids to be able to figure some of that stuff out in preseason stuff. So it's really good to let them figure it out as it's live. Now, if you're down 10 or you're down 12, you got to call those timeouts. But they need to experience that adversity. They need to experience playing from behind. And today we did okay, but Faulkner just kept coming at us.
Faulkner looked really good.
Yeah, they did. They looked really good. And they've got a guard that's not playing right now, and she is tremendous. So when I talked to their assistant coach, and he's a good friend of mine, and he says that they're hopeful that they'll get her back soon. And when they get her back, I think they're gonna make some noise. They're gonna get a lot of people's attention.
Yeah, I thought their post, Ruthie Smith, did a really good job.
She's really good.
They had to battle a little bit of foul trouble this afternoon. Then the Quinn girl come off the bench. She did a nice job as well.
She did. They both did. And we knew Ruthie Smith coming in. Obviously, she was our focus. And she just does such a good job, can stand out and shoot it a little bit. And defensively, they just play hard. They play hard for the coach. And it was a great, great game for us to play in.
Coach, what are some of your favorite memories?
I have to say playing in the national final game in 2015. That has to be one of my all-time favorites. You can't coach and say that's not. But my favorite memories, I think some of them are off the floor as much as on the floor. My family's very involved. They get to come to a lot of my games. I grew up about an hour away. Just having my family around and being able to come to the games. My son has grown up watching us play, and now I get to watch him play.
Wonderful.
And so just the relationships, I think more than anything. There's all tons of game memories, but more than anything, I think just the relationships that we built.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Coach. We appreciate you coming by.
No, any problem.
Close one on the other side. Georgetown out in front. They've got a double-digit lead over the Reinhardt Eagles, and they're working to kind of build on that, keep it going. You can watch that on the Southeast Sports Network as well. Matt Kebby, Walt Ferber on the call. Listen off the mark for Shawnee State. Bears get the board. They're going to keep it alive. Kicked around to the straightaway. Bears drive from the top of the block. This won't go. Trying to keep this alive. And from the baseline, it's a battle for it. Ramiah Sanders. This one will stay with the Bears.
And that is physical. That is some physical basketball going on right now, and intense basketball. It's fun to watch.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this. Can I ask you to call a possession? Will you do the play-by-play for one?
I'm not good
Let's
at
do
this.
it. Let's do it.
I promise I don't think I'm good at this. They're in a Shawnee's in a 2-3 zone. Looks like we got a 3-second call. But the thing I see in about most these two teams is they're getting after it. They're really getting after it. Not sure what they're going to want to call. They've got a play call. Looks like they're trying to get a center screen, cutting her off the center screen, isolated her on the side for a drive, looking for a mismatch. Shawnee doing a great job, walled up on the baseline. Got that travel call, but it could have went anyway. That's some really good basketball on both sides.
I thought the defender did a nice job of getting there. Both defenders came in rotation. It was really good. Caused her to try to slither between two players to force the travel.
Walled up, 24 walled up and didn't do the typical knock your hand down and foul. Oh, that's a great pass.
Great backdoor feed and off the glass. This goes in for the Bears. Gloucester drops it home. The senior from Flint, Michigan.
Gloucester, a second-team All-River State Conference selection.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good luck this year as well,
problem.
Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I know this is a long job all day, and you all do a great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Big fan of Coach. She picks up the win tonight, and the Campbellsville Tigers look great under her direction.
I want to be really selfish. I didn't want her to leave.
I didn't either. Man, her calling that. Now, the play-by-play wasn't electric, right? It wasn't exciting. But the way she described the movement of the ball, the screens, the zone formation, I don't see that. I'm looking for who's touching the ball, trying to figure out what I'm going to say next. I don't have time to look for that. That's impressive.
She caught it coming across half court as well.
Really cool stuff. Glad you're with us, Southeast Sports Network.
Hey, this is a good one here.
Hy Colvin is one of the most successful college basketball coaches in American basketball history and has piloted Campbellsville to another successful season start. The Tigers have been incredible under her direction.
The only thing that may be more impressive about her coaching resume is her playing resume. And she didn't even talk about her playing resume one time.
Makes a pretty good analyst, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Gary, you need to go. You got to get at
Hey, Coach, you sit down. You can write this down for me.
You just write it down on sticky notes, and I'll say it.
Will you speak into the microphone?
18-10. College basketball, SCSN. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice.
So far, Shawnee 7 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 3 from deep. 3 of 6 on the free throw line. They've turned over 6 times. Montreat 4 of 11. 1 of 2 from deep, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. They've turned over 8 times. Shawnee State, Holland leading the way with 8 points. Gloucester has 4. Renato leading the way for the Cavaliers with 4.
This one goes. Shawnee State extends their lead to 10 with 8:17 to go in our first half.
Nice backdoor cut to Lauren Hawthorne, able to corral it and finish at the bucket. So had an opportunity to put one more on the board. As Coach Jeff Nickel, who leading the Georgetown Tigers, just walked by another coach known nationally, women's basketball.
And Ginger had great things to say about the coaching staff of the Reinhardt Eagles, who are battling those Georgetown College Tigers. That's a tough matchup.
Yeah, we play the number 12 team in the country, Georgetown, and they're actually playing down without a couple of players. They're still a very talented team. Coach Nichols, a talented coach, a great recruiter.
Floated in, huge collision. She goes down hard. That's Holland. Shawnee State, 4th in the River State's preseason poll, led by Dwayne Burrows. He's in his 4th season at the helm. 20-10 record last season. First 21 seasons since 1920 for Shawnee State.
Yeah, the situation with Shawnee, once Coach Nickel left, went to Georgetown, there was a little bit of influx on who was going to coach, and the program kind of suffered for a couple of years. Coach Burrow's done a good job of reviving that program, got them competing once again in the River States Conference.
Number 20 out of Flint, Michigan, Gloucester was an all River States Conference recipient award winner. Averaged a double-double last season, setting single-season rebounding records. This is the Cavaliers. Ramaya Sanders fakes the pull-up from three-point land, tries to fight her way into the paint, and she just kind of got lost down in traffic and took a step by mistake.
Yeah, Shawnee State doing once again closing out defensively and not fouling, going up a hand straight up in the air. Nice, good defensive position, causing the Cavalier player to try to get around them without dribbling the basketball. That's a violation.
Bears. Ellis, the junior from Harlem, New York, out of Kipp College Prep. Running point. Defended by Sanders. Floated across. Hawthorne. 3-ball. This one. Cash money for the Bears.
And Shawnee State starting to turn things on here in this second quarter. Starting to pull away 26-10.
3-ball. This goes in response right away for the Cavs of Montreat. 26-13 with 7 to go in our first half.
That was their first points here in the second period. It was an 11-0 run to start the quarter. Shawnee.
This one from mid-range skips off the back of the iron. Shawnee State Bears. Toss to the backside of the floor. Backdoor fade off the glass. It goes. What a display of passing.
Hawthorne with a little no-look dash for the layup.
No-look dish. No-look break. We'll be back. 28-13.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, 28-13, 6:43 to go in our first half. The Shawnee State Bears are building a big lead over the Montreat Cavs. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice. Hi, welcome inside of the Marriott Meadowview Conference Resort and Convention Center.
Strong start to the second quarter for Shawnee State, out to a 13-3 advantage here in the second quarter over Montreat.
Montreat Cavs picked to finish in the middle of the Appalachian Athletic Conference race. First-year head coach Jamie Moore, you talked about that a little bit. Extensive experience from her coaching career in Texas, including a district championship and Coach of the Year honors in 2020-2021.
Very decorated coach, an excellent choice to run the program.
We've talked a lot about Edmondson and Sanders, but Madison Ferreira also a key piece and a spark plug for the Cavs.
They have some very intriguing pieces for this Montreat Cavaliers club. They're going to be able to compete in the AAC.
Along the baseline. Tipped twice. Bears, long outlet feed down the floor off the glass. Rims around, won't go. Hand off for the Cavs. It's Sands. Around the arc they go. Barella, the true freshman, knifing her way inside from the edge of the block. This won't drop, and the Bears get the board.
Shawnee doing a nice job of keeping the Montreat Cavs off the offensive glass.
The Cavs
one and out.
have put together a nice crisis response. They were in a harrowing situation earlier this year and are still fighting to get back on their feet. You can visit their athletics website, Montreat Cavaliers. Google it, Montreat Cavaliers Athletics, M-O-N-T-R-E-A-T, Cavaliers. Garrett Jones, the athletic director, has done an excellent job of navigating the worst case scenario. The flooding from Hurricane Helene flooded the campus away, feet of standing water in their athletic facilities. And the campaign on social media to rile support and get them back on their feet by Christian Zylstra has been nothing short of excellent. He's done a wonderful job.
Yeah, it displaced a lot of people. And you start thinking about the administration of these small colleges, the decision to make to bring students back, we'll play athletics. People in Montreat done such a great job to try to return everything back to normalcy for these student athletes.
Well, and people don't, you know, I think there's a lot of things you don't consider as this one goes to the Cavs. They get one back, it's 30-16. There's a lot of things that you don't think of right away when a campus is displaced like that. This one from the straightaway goes to the Bears. It's 33-16. You know, the value of higher education at a small private institution is small, in-person class sizes and extracurricular activities. It's the networking, it's the relationships, it's the experience that's really valuable about small private higher ed. And that's what makes NAIA programs, small schools around the nation so valuable and so great. So to lose that in-person on-campus experience overnight is devastating for a historical institution. And the decisions that you're facing suddenly as an administration are massive. The consequences, the impact, far-reaching and historical. They'll last for years.
A lot of the small schools, you have a lot of first-generation students, first ones in their families to go to college. They need that small structure in person, that support system for them to be successful in college. Sanders will return the lineup for the Cavaliers to replace Alexander.
Pitched onto the floor to Amaya Sanders on the arc. From just beyond the elbow, this rims and won't go. Shawnee State, the Bears. 33-16, 4.5 to play in our first half. Bears fire it from three-point land. Bank is open. Cash money for Amaya Latham.
The lead is 20, the largest of the first half for the Shawnee State Bears, as they continue to put the pressure on the Cavaliers offensively.
Floater, rims, and goes in response for Montreat. This one, the true freshman from Statesville, North Carolina, gets it to go and makes it 36-18.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back, 36-18, 4 minutes and change to play in our first half from Kingsport, Tennessee. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice here with me, Southeast Sports Network.
Yeah, the story of the first half of Montreat, Virginia Edmondson coming to the game averaging almost 17 points per ball game. She's been held scoreless here in the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. So the Cavs looking for offense in other places.
Gerald Cadigan leads the athletic department of Shawnee State and the Bears. Kevin Colley, the sports information director. Bears leading by almost 20, 36-18. Shawnee State with 3:40 to go in the first half. Driving along the block, fires it off the glass and cashes it in. Another one for Markayla Holland.
She's a talented player, knows how to get to the basket. She got 16 here in the first half.
This is a mostly Michigan roster. This is a true freshman from Huber Heights, Ohio. She wants to go all the way. Clatters around and won't drop. And that's Coach Dwayne Burrows.
1 on 4 is not smart. I had to agree with you, Coach Burrows.
That's a good take. We should get him in the booth next.
Hey. Check on his availability for tomorrow.
Amaya Sanders skeetering after the ball, rolls across the boards. It's back in the hands of John Elia Chambers. The Huber Heights Wayne product, a true freshman standing on the straightaway. Defended by Ramaya Sanders. She dishes it away to Jada Johnson. Now we're blown dead.
A little 3-second violation. Somebody was camped out in the lane. He can only stay 3 seconds. Very animated on the sideline.
Down low, this one along the baseline, taken away. Shawnee State, Markayla Holland, the junior from Waterford. 3:29 to go in our first half.
We're talking about Coach Burrows. Keep in mind, his team's up by 20 points.
I know. You would think they were losing by 20 points. He's feeling it.
He is coaching.
He's into it. Shades of Zach Moss and the Bobcats of St. Thomas. That was the most interesting contrast I've ever seen. It's completely different coaching styles. St. Thomas looks like Miami, then look, it looks like East Tennessee. Coaches like East Tennessee, talks like East Tennessee, walks like East Tennessee, walks, talks, and acts like Miami. It was interesting.
You talk about the wardrobes, both guys, how they stood on the sidelines.
Golf pants, white quarter zip, white tennis shoes.
That's one of the beauties of this type of tournament. You bring people together from Miami and East Tennessee.
And they play great hoops together too. That was a good game. I was getting tired announcing that one. Edmondson on the post route, can't get it. Holland running the floor just over the timeline. Chambers kicks it back across. This won't go.
Over the back violation will be called. Montreat will have possession down 39-20. The question for the Cavs is where the point's going to come from with Edmondson on the bench with 2 fouls.
We get some great text when we're doing these. You can text us too. Well, you can tweet at us at SESN Sports. Let us know where you're tuned in from. We'd love to hear from mom, dad, grandma, aunt, uncle, wherever you're watching from at SESN Sports. We'll only read it if it's on X, though.
That's it.
It's the only way to let me know. Kept alive. Fed down inside. Battling for the ball along the block. Jump ball. This one loose on the hardwood. About 90 seconds to play. 1:28 to go in our second quarter.
Big first half from Markayla Holland with 17 points, lead the way, game high 17.
Chambers across. Maynard down low. Well played by the Cavs. Montreat running the floor. Ayana, the true freshman.
Shawnee going to a zone defense.
Edmondson off the glass, cashes in. What a play by Virginia.
A risky move to get her back in for halftime, but need her offense as her first bucket. Cuts the lead to 17.
Streaking down the hardwood. This is picked out of her hands by Ayana. E-break distributed to Vanaya Petty. Virginia Edmondson steps around a defender, battling her way down low, lost in the paint to the Bears. Shot clock is off, 25 seconds in the half. John Elia Chambers, the true freshman, 10 seconds left in the half. From the front court, battles away from the timeline, fights her way along the block, down low, packed off of the floor. 3.1 seconds left in the half.
Substitute quickly checking in for Shawnee State.
Two fresh sets of shoes onto the floor with seconds to go. Steele and Gloucester. The goal line package, if you will. 3.1 seconds left to shoot quickly. Shawnee State Bears into play. And time expires as that's just off the mark. We'll go to the half. Before we do, Gary, your quick thoughts on half one.
39-22, very consistent offensive execution from Shawnee State here in this first half. Look for Virginia Edmondson to get going in the second half for Montreat.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
Builder,
I coach,
Culinary arts, auditor, a firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official, just go for it.
Take the plunge, open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyes2officiating.com.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful.
Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach,
culinary arts, auditor, a firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official, just go for it.
Take the plunge, open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyes2officiating.com.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Welcome back. You're looking live inside of the Middleview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center located in Kingsport, Tennessee. We're at halftime. Shawnee State leading Montreat 39-22. In that first half, Montreat scored 22 points, 9 of 20 from the field, 2 of 3 from deep, 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Turned over 14 times in that first half. Shawnee scores 39 points, 13 of 31 from the floor, 4 of 7 from deep, 9 of 13 from the free throw line. He turned over 8 times. 13 buckets, 6 assists for the Shawnee State Bears, 5 assists on 9 buckets for Montreat. Shawnee goes 15 points in the first, 24 points in the second. Montreat 10 points in the first and 12 points in the second. Shawnee started that second quarter off on an 11-0 run to expand this lead. Story and a half. First half was Markella Holland with 17 points for the Bears, and then for Virginia Edmondson, averaging almost 18 points per ball game, was limited to 2 that first half due to foul trouble. Now she'll start off second half. See what the Cavaliers are able to do. Full zone defense coming up from the Bears, and it's going to be, I'm sure the Cavs are glad to see number 4 on the floor right now. Their floor general.
Edmondson battles down inside, backdoor feed, and that one goes for Ronaldo.
Good things usually happen when she has the basketball in her hand. She's able to put that lead to 15.
The Shawnee State Bears to respond 30 seconds into our third quarter.
2-3 zone defense from Montreat.
Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, we're just getting into our second half of play, 39-24. All Shawnee State Bears in our first half. Free ball, no. Rattled out, put back for Shawnee State, goes, cashing it in is Alexander.
Excellent play for Shawnee State. Got the offensive rebound, let the defender fly by. Then the kiss off the glass.
Sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, made it happen. To respond, the Cavs off the mark. Steele, who just scored, gets it back. Long outlet fade down the floor to Holland. Back to three-point land. Shawnee State being patient. Coach Burrows shouting, open up, open up. Open up. Towards the corner. This one's short. And the violation down along the baseline, 41-24.
Oh, battling for the rebound. We got Alexander with a hold.
Barn burner on court 2 right now. You can join Matt Kibbe and Walt Ferber on the Southeast Sports Network as it's a three-point game between the nationally ranked Georgetown College Tigers and the Reinhardt University Eagles. 52-49 the tally over there. That is a barn burner.
Barn burner. Two good quality programs, Georgetown and Reinhardt.
My barn is on fire. This one rattles and won't go. Cavs have it stolen back for a moment. Edmondson diving on the hardwood.
Shawnee State will be awarded the possession on the alternate possession area.
41-24.
Lead was 17 at halftime, still at 17.
Our first game tipped off 12 hours ago.
Remind me, is that a long time?
Well, I've done a lot of tournaments. I've never done 12 hours of broadcasting straight. And we've had like 10-minute breaks, half times in between games. I didn't see the sun today.
Haven't you?
What's the sun look like?
What is it? Is that the big ball? You know what? So the 8-hour day of broadcasting yesterday seemed like a sprint compared to 12 hours a day.
It was an easy day compared to today.
Quality basketball, though.
We've had a really fun day. Pretty much on my slate so far, that one skiffs off the side of the iron. So this is my 11th game I've done since we've been here. Only 2 of them have not been quite literally instant classic worthy. They've all been really close, good back and forth body blow games. Only 2 have been runaways. This is one of them right now. Edmondson wants to change that narrative as she kisses it home off the glass.
A talented player. Again, had foul trouble in the first half. She's making her presence known here early in the second half.
Burrows directing traffic. Holland, the transfer, or rather the product of Waterford Kettling, excuse me. Free ball, too much. West Portsmouth's Deaver.
Coach Burrows asking for the clipboard, the dry erase board, and he'll do some coaching as soon as the young lady checks out. Alexia Deaver at the free throw line for Shawnee.
Drawing it up. He's got the playbook. I can't tell you how much I like how active he is.
I'll tell you the best line I've heard, and I can imagine Coach Burrows saying this. Coach Kelly Wells at the University of Pikeville brought a player out of the game. And he challenged Coach Wells and said he told him the wrong thing to do on the play. And Coach Wells says, no, I know the plays. You don't know the plays. I can see Coach Burrows say the same thing, too. Virginia Edmondson with back-to-back buckets. This lead's only 13.
Bears mid-range, too much. Skiffs off the iron. Here comes Edmondson and the Montreat Cavaliers. The North Carolina College in trouble down low. Jump ball. What's the play?
He wants to know why we're rushing on the offensive end.
I mean, why are we rushing? Montreat We've almost played 4 minutes of the second half, and she slides on her kicks the ball back to the Bears.
I want the coach Dwayne Burrows camera. I want him mic'd up, but also like to have a camera on him as well.
I like that. I don't know why. You know, I really have dropped the ball on the miking people up there. Nobody would agree to that. You think?
I don't know.
I bet Zach Moss would.
Oh, Zach Moss would.
Justin Newton will let us do it. That guy is awesome. Tony Campbell might.
There's some guys out there who wouldn't mind putting on the microphone.
I'm trying to think of another huge personality that's just... I'll tell you why I think those guys would let us do it. They have a commanding understanding of marketing. You can just see it in the way they run their program. I really think that's the key to not just these conferences and these individual programs, but this league taking a there's a big piece of the pie up for grabs right now.
Huge.
With NIL on the table, everything is out the window. The checker pieces are on the floor. They're up for grabs. You can get a bigger piece of the pie with a commanding understanding of how to capture a larger market share. How do you do that? You have to market before you can sell.
Exactly. People didn't know who you are. Virginia Edmondson just got whistled for her third foul.
Bears from the baseline outside of the arc. 2 passes, wide open, 3 short. Got it off in time for the shot clock. Good look.
Coach Burrows wants them to reset, but they're going to attack. Nice ball reversal. It's all into the paint. The floater up, rattles around, comes out.
Couldn't get it. 42-29.
Shawnee State stays aggressive on the offensive end. Continuing to attack. Coach Burrows doing some more coaching there with the clipboard.
What do you think he's saying?
I hear him talking about spacing.
14-point game. And you can see that his persistence on staying on top of the game is paying off already, because Montreat has put together a pretty nice swing to start the second half. They've looked good. Now, they haven't taken a bunch of points away. It's still a 14-point game. It was a 15-point game at the half. But they've got all the pieces in place to storm in and try to put together a comeback. He's preventing that preemptively.
Emily Maynard's going to be called for the push as she was trying to stay in front of Virginia Edmondson, unable to do so.
Coach Jamie Moore shouting out onto the floor, trying to move around the Cavs. Montreat from the elbow, handoff, kiss off the glass, big high bounce, won't go for the true freshman Karis Alexander from Clover, South Carolina. Bears slow the pace as they cross the timeline.
Coach Burrows yelling at his girls. He said, you need to box out more as they run by.
And travel. She took a step. Just an awkward launch of her body towards the paint. Maynard flips this to the other team.
We enjoy Coach Burrows. What I enjoy about him, he values each possession. He doesn't look at the scoreboard. It's each individual possession.
Long ball goes. What a bucket. 10-point game, and just like that, this one's still alive.
Yeah, the Cavs continue to hang around. Got to make a ball game here. Kingsport. The nightcap. Day 2 of the show.
What was the big score difference when we first checked in across over between Georgetown
and
and
was double digits.
17, right?
Yes.
That one's a 5-point game. Shawnee State rattles out. Montreat. Jump ball goes with the Cavaliers, and so if they can score, they'll cut it to a single-digit game.
Going to whistle Holland for the foul. It's Holland's first foul, team's third.
Somebody just ran into the broadcast booth. I don't know what's going on. Mid-range, short. Cavs. Edmondson outside. From the elbow, back to Edmondson. Virginia double team, pinballed through the air. Alexander pulled it in. Bears tip it away. Virginia, the senior from Goldsboro, gets it back. Deep three ball off the mark. Tried to find the bank shot. Couldn't get it to go. Bears around the world.
Coach Burrows wanted his offense to reset, run the play with 17 on the clock.
Mayashi Ellis, the junior from Harlem, New York. Kicks it outside, three ball, too much. Off the mark for Jariah Steele, the sophomore from Cincinnati.
Hawthorne did a nice job grabbing the rebound with the left arm by being hooked on the right arm. Should have lined to shoot 2 shots. Coach Burrows gave her words of encouragement. He said, make the free throws. They'll make the first.
Second goes as well.
Give her 6. He's 4 or 5 from the free throw line.
Waters tripped down inside, and that one goes as there's a little collision on the back end of that, getting a little chippy down inside.
Alexander did a nice job on the catch and the finish as Montreat will stay in the 2-3 zone.
Shawnee State, the entry pass, low paint off the glass. No. That's probably, that shove down under the basket on the other end of the floor is the most physical thing I've seen so far in this tournament. That was a little flagrant.
It's definitely the motions to get a game that was a 20-point ball game in the first half. It's down to 10 here. Montreat still trying to battle back. Just thinking within single digits. Shawnee not wanting to get up their lead.
I think the mistake that, and I don't know this, but it feels like the Bears are playing not to lose, not playing to win.
Yeah, everything is slowed down. You know, they got the 20-point lead by playing fast.
Right, and that's such a cliche, but that's what I mean by that, is they're playing slow, they're trying to burn clock, and they need to just play up tempo and keep it moving because for whatever reason, in that first half especially, Montreat could not hang.
Lane violation, so she'll have one more shot.
To be fair, I can't hang. I'm tired. This goes.
So the lane violation pays off to an extra point here for Shawnee State.
47-36, 2.25 to play in our third. Down low. This one rattles off the glass. Bears have it. Shawnee State. Moving the ball quickly. Ellis, what's going on next door?
A lot of buzzers.
Ellis again on the straightaway. Pitch to the corner. The junior, Hawthorne, loses it, picked up, firing from on top of the arc, and that one clatters off the top of the backboard. Good heads-up play. She knew the buzzer was about to go.
That was to your point there, very slow offensive possession for Shawnee State. You talked about the kind of play not to lose, really trying to stretch out every possession. When it's playing fast, getting up and down the floor, they have a 20-point lead. Here, they have slowed everything down in the second half. The lead's from 17 down to 11.
Edmondson tried to pitch that back to her Cavalier teammate right in front of the bench, Katie Alexander. Fairview, North Carolina native, able to keep possession. 1:22 to play in the third, 11-point game. Cavs down to the baseline, the shove, and right away the call from our official.
Hawthorne will be called for the push. That'll be her first, team fourth.
Inside, Edmondson, a little kiss off the glass. It's a single-digit game, 47-38.
Edmonds got 12 on the afternoon.
Long ball, three-point land, and that one a little too much on it. It escapes over the baseline. Not looking good for the Bears right now. They're letting the Cavs have a lot of leash.
Yeah, all the momentum's on the side of the Cavaliers right now. Again, a 17-point lead at halftime. They've cut 9 points off that lead here, or 8 points off that lead here in the third period. Still got a minute to go.
Shawnee State's undefeated the Cavs, 500 this year. They just played Bresca yesterday as part of the tournament. Driving down inside, the layup is ladled home by the true freshman, Ayana.
She did a nice job getting to the bucket and finishing. The lead is 7 for Shawnee State.
7-point game, 40 seconds left in our third period.
We're on Horns action up top.
Bears driving, three-point land, wanted to pull, instead drives, floater won't go. Montreat Cavs have the ball. Pushing the tempo. Here comes that true freshman again, Varela. The Statesville, North Carolina product got them started. Virginia Edmondson double team. She's happy to draw those double teams all night. True freshman in trouble and pulled to the floor, and the ball goes the way of the Bears.
Varela got trapped on the wing, unable to escape the double team, but call for the offensive foul. So I'll give Shawnee an opportunity to have a possession before the end of the quarter.
This one off the mark, and that will do it for the third period. 47-40 as we go to our final frame of action from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, 47-40, and it's the show 2024. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, glad to have you on the Southeast Sports Network. A 7-point game, an instant classic underway.
Yeah, a 17-point game at halftime. Montreat's able to outscore Shawnee 18-8 in that third period to shave off 10 points of that lead to get to a 7-point lead. Markayla Holland for Shawnee State only had 1 point in that third period, had 17 in that first half. They limited her to 1. Virginia Edmondson had foul trouble in the first half. She only with 12 points in that third period, leading the way for the Montreat Cavaliers.
This one has become a really close game really quickly. It felt like Montreat was out of it for a long time. They didn't have any momentum. Things weren't clicking. Now it feels like the Cavaliers are threatening to storm back and seize this.
Well, you mentioned that where Shawnee State's kind of slowed everything down. When it's playing fast, they had a 20-point lead. Since they slowed everything down, some of their offenses went away.
Bears fire the three ball. That goes from range. Beautiful ball for the Bears, and they're back out in front by 10, 50-40.
That's Holland's first basket in the second half. She had 1 free throw in the third period.
Virginia Edmondson on the straightaway. Cavaliers, Alexander. Great feed down low. Edmondson off the glass. This one rims and won't drop, and so it remains a 10-point game for now, just 40 seconds into our final quarter.
Montreat should have the basketball with the alternating possession arrow.
Inbounding feed for the Cavs. Alexander, heavily defended by the Bears. Right away, the whistle for the violation.
Look at Gloucester with the push. They had team first here in the fourth period. Her third.
Montreat, Alexander. Back near the front court. walks it across the arc and hands it off to Edmondson. 7 on the shot clock, and she takes a couple of steps. So that's a turnover to Shawnee State's Bears. They've got a 10-point advantage. They're going to look to cushion it in this final quarter.
Yeah, looking for Shawnee State to get a few more paint touches here in this fourth period. Holland had a nice 3-point bucket there. See if they get a couple more paint touches, get a couple more open shooters on the wings.
Shawnee State looking for a couple of put-away buckets. Down along the baseline.
Look at Alexander with a bump. Be the team first. Shawnee will have a 20 on the clock from the baseline. Sanders returns. Alexander will check out for the Cavs.
(50-40). Here comes the Cavaliers. Montreat, 3 ball short. Battle for it along the baseline. Jump ball.
And the possession arrow will point in the direction of the Shawnee State Bears.
Shawnee State ropes a long pass over the timeline. Gregory hangs on to it. She's a senior from East Lansing, Michigan. Driving down inside, tried for the hook. Ball's loose, battle for it. Bears have it along the baseline. Fed back door off the glass. That goes. What a pass.
Holland had 1 point in the third period. She's got 5 here in the fourth, and that lead is up to 12 for Shawnee State.
Maya Sanders. Ball's loose. Bears have it. They've got a 12-point advantage. Just under 8 to go. And looking for those, I mentioned it a moment ago, a couple of buckets would be put-away buckets in this situation.
Closing on 7.5 minutes to play with the basketball.
Fed to the corner. Bears driving along the baseline. She sidesteps, almost hit that floating J. Instead, the Cavs still in it. Sanders up the set of the hardwood. Hands it off. Edmondson 3 ball, and it's off the mark. And Virginia is one of the best shooters in the entire Appalachian region. To see her off the mark, tough to see for the Cavs.
Alexander will return. Katie Alexander will return. Karis Alexander will check out. The tie up into the bucket. Coach Burrows. Well, Coach Burrows agrees with the call, but he's encouraging his team.
Alexander, Edmondson, contested deep 3. It comes off the back side of the iron.
Shawnee State's done a good job defensively here in the fourth period. Montreat still looking for their first point here in the fourth.
Floater, no, heel of the iron. Alexander. Katie, backdoor the block, picked off by the Bears. Great defensive effort, hustle play by Sanaya Gregory. Cuts off the pass on the back door. Wide open for Shawnee State, just short. 12 points separate us. And considering the Cavs only generated 40 through 3 quarters, and we're almost halfway through this final quarter, really need to have their most explosive run of the game to take the lead at all.
They haven't scored in almost 4 minutes. They've hit 4 threes on the afternoon.
Bears intercepted by Montreat. That could be the start of it. Edmondson has a convoy, tries it herself, and the violation down inside.
Called for the offensive foul, be her fourth.
Bears get a change. We'll see Gloucester on. Jada Johnson to the bench for a break, the senior out of McGavock in Nashville, Tennessee.
Shawnee State being very impressed with their defense here in the fourth period, looking to close this one out.
Moving it all around. Bears knifes her way into the paint, looking for that put-away bucket still. Edmondson all alone, a little kiss off the glass for within 10.
Give her 14. She has the double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds.
We need like an SCSN at night logo that's like neon, like pink neon or purple neon. Is that funny?
I like it.
Is that funny? Should we do that? Is that worth the time and energy? Do people like that? Edmondson's all alone. Oh, the post route down the right side of the hardwood. Shea finds her way to the end zone for two.
Coach Burrows wanting a timeout, talk things over.
He wants a timeout, and I don't blame him. 2 open points in a row. 52-44.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at SESNsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, 52-44. We're within 8. Virginia Edmondson. 2 nice jaunts down the floor.
I tell you, she's played a heck of a game. Had foul troubles in the first half. Now up to 16 points and 10 rebounds. 4:53 to go. Cavs trailing this one by 8. Arcala Holland leading the way for Shawnee State with 23 points and 5 rebounds. They're the only 2 players in double figures in the ball game. Look for 12 in gray and 4 in blue to be having the basketball out in their hands in the last 4:48.
Appreciate everybody tuning in from the corner. Loose down in the paint. This one off the glass won't go. And the ball skeeters off the floor as this will travel with Montreat. They needed that. I want to thank you for being with us all weekend long on the Southeast Sports Network. This is the first year these broadcasts have been free, and that is large in part thank you to Visit Kingsport and their partnership with the Southeast Sports Network, and we are thrilled to be able to bring you the presentation of all these games free of charge. And all you have to do to pay us back, give us a follow on social media at SCSN Sports and hook up with Visit Kingsport as well. VisitKingsport.com.
That's a small token of appreciation, right?
That's pretty small to save you $15. Well, I think it was $10 a game until this year.
$10 a game. You have to pay to even stream this from your own living room.
That's really the mission statement of SCSN. We want sports to be free locally. Alexander, Sanders, Edmondson from the corner, drives along the baseline, backdoor feed, scramble for it on the boards. And again, the whistle sounds. 4:07 to play, 8-point game. Montreat, a bucket here really changes the venue, the energy in the atmosphere as our game on Court B is wrapped up. The Georgetown Tigers take a 71-63 victory over the Reinhardt Eagles. Really tough fought battle on that court.
These are the key here. Make these free throws with a clock stop. Misses the first one. That makes the Montreat 2 of 7 from the free throw line tonight. She'll have one more.
This goes. 52-45. Still seeking that big swing play. 3:45 to go. Floater goes. Cash money.
Go to Holland. Go to the person who brought you here. She got 25 points to stretch that lead back out to 9 with 3:30 to play.
Trying to hang with it. Battle down inside. Bears take it out. That was a huge turn of possession for Shawnee State.
Nice job, Montreat, closing out on the backboard. They wouldn't have to shoot this until about 2:50 on the clock.
This feels like it. If Shawnee State can get a bucket here, it's over. Bears leading by 9 to push it to double digits. That one's off the mark. Too much sauce.
The door's still a little open for the Cavaliers.
Ramaya Sanders driving down the floor. The floater loose along the baseline. She goes down hard.
Coach Burrows wanted to push.
Come on, Blue. We okay. We go. We okay. We okay, Drake. Come on, White. Come on, White. Get a stop. Get a stop. We all right. Coming back, Boogie. Coming back.
He's feeling it. Come on, White, he says. Get a stop. Bears with the ball. Leading by 9. Shawnee State violation down on the edge of the block.
Lauren Hawthorne got the basketball, going to the bucket, unable to stay in front of her. She was hacked. She'll go to the line shooting 2 shots. Foul be on Sanders.
First goes.
Hawthorne has 7. She's 5 of 7 from the free throw line tonight. Excuse me, 5 of 6. I think that's 6 of 7.
Long feed, Edmondson trailing by 11, 2.5 to go, the timeout. 56-45.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Back in Tennessee, 56-45. Late stages, 11-point lead for the Bears of Shawnee State. Edmondson and Montreat would need to turn a miraculous comeback. Virginia 3-ball short. Edmondson cleans it up herself off the glass. It goes. 9-point ball game.
She's still battling out there.
Virginia giving 110%. Pedal to the metal. Sanaya Gregory centered it to Hawthorne. Down low along the block. Great play by the Bears. Just couldn't finish it. And now the Bears just have to kill some clock, and they can do exactly that. From the front court. Down to the straightaway. Shawnee State.
Double dribble called, a little lack of focus.
Amaya Sanders inbounds to Alexander. Shawnee State, the Bears steal it away. Mid-range, Jay rattles and goes.
Markayla Holland had a heck of a night. She got 27 points, lead all scorers. She may just ice this game for Shawnee State.
Great feed inside, ripped right from her hands by Lauren Hawthorne. 70 seconds to play. And so Sanaya Gregory sent to the line to shoot 2.
Sure are. It's 5. They're shooting.
Coach Moore says they're not shooting right now, are they? And Coach Burrow says, yes, they are. He's getting a cup of water. He's just getting the water.
Come on, she can't control the game. You guys control it. She got 5. She got 5. Let's play. Let's play.
It's almost 11 p.m. Eastern time. I actually usually go to bed by now.
I'm deep asleep already at this time. I'm entertained right now, though.
So they pull her off the line, and Shawnee State will inbound. Gregory takes the feed. Just over a minute left to go, and another violation.
Now that'll be the 5th team foul. Now they'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yes. Yes. Timeout on the floor, 30-second break with 63 seconds to go. 60-47, Shawnee State. Back, 60-47, 63 seconds to play. Kingsport, Tennessee, college basketball, Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice in the wavering moments of what has been a barn burner, a really good one. But the Cavaliers just have not been able to cut into it and bring it a little closer. They've cut it to single digits at times, but just can't hang. Alexander, this one down along the baseline. It's off. 50 seconds left. The ball back to the Bears of Shawnee State.
Shawnee State looking to move to 5-0 on the season. They'll be back in action on December the 4th as they'll travel to Williamsburg, take on the University of Cumberland. Actually, they'll come to Portsmouth. Cumberlands will come to Portsmouth on December the 7th. West Virginia Tech will travel to Portsmouth on December the 9th. Cedarville will travel to Portsmouth as well. Well, a homestand coming up for the Shawnee State Bears. Montreat will be back in action on the Wednesday, December the 4th. They take on St. Andrews. December the 10th, they take on Bernal. December 14th, they'll take on Johnson and Wales.
There's a look at our schedule for tomorrow, Sunday on the Southeast Sports Network. 7 total games, 4 on this floor, 3 on the opposing floor, all on SESN.
All free of charge as well. Tune in.
We look forward to having you.
Watching college basketball. Talented players had some good games today on the men's side and the women's side.
Pound cake on the counter. Soda in the fridge. Welcome. Yes.
I've had a great opportunity this afternoon. I was a part of a broadcast where we actually interviewed a referee at halftime.
Oh, I know. I know. I saw. Hilarious. How did that?
Of course, our buddy Matt doing the play-by-play on the other floor, he does a great job of communicating with everybody on the floor. And he went and talked to all the different officials, and one of the officials that offered to come up and do a halftime or come to do an interview at any time.
Matt is actually lurking right now, Gary, on the edge of the floor in the doorway.
Love it. I see him now. Matt's been spotted.
He will not be happy with us.
The man, the myth.
Hello, Matt.
Legend. I didn't realize his nickname was Edmund.
Like the boat?
Like the boat.
61-47, 45 seconds left to go from Kingsport. Shawnee State's just trying to wrap this up. Sanders gets it right back. Ramaya drives her way down along the block, stops. Floated to the corner. Cavaliers. Great rotation off the glass. That goes, but still a double-digit game with 31 seconds to play.
Now will be Edmondson's 5th foul as he'll be exit the game.
So the Bears of Shawnee State play this Wednesday against Cumberland's at home. Then next Saturday, the 7th, they take on West Virginia University Tech. Then on Monday the 9th, they'll battle against Cedarville. Montreat's Cavaliers play again on Wednesday against St. Andrews, the Knights. Then they take on Bernal on the 10th, the Tigers. And on December 14th, Johnson and Wales, a Saturday game. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, their next two big conference games back in the AAC action.
Yes.
They had a nice showing here at the show. All the things that continue to build on a first-year program under a first-year coach.
We'll move on to our Sunday programming on SCSN following this. We'll have all of the action for you tomorrow. 63-49, 29 seconds to go from Kingsport.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Welcome back. There's the man keeping live stats from Oakland City for the entire tournament on this floor. Done a great job. 14-point game, 29 seconds to play. Following the timeout, we'll get back underway.
You and I had an opportunity to talk to the young man keeping the stats, and I think he left his house at 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
I can relate. I actually am the only person. Yeah, I actually know. I'm going to drive to Tampa, Florida after our last game tomorrow. It's about a 12-hour drive from here, so hopefully we don't finish until 8, 9 p.m. Ramaya Sanders along the edge of the floor, down low along the baseline. The floater wrestles the twine for the Cavs.
Back-to-back buckets for Sanders. A nice score for Montreat.
10 seconds to play. The Bears over the line in a violation.
Get 2 more free throws. I'll give Holland an opportunity to shoot free throws 10 and 11. Point number 28.
Ten seconds sharp on the clock. Rims out. Bears. Cavs, the intercept. Montreat playing to the final whistle here. 13-point game and still going after it until the buzzer sounds. 110% until we're done. 64-51 the final. Gary Justice, your thoughts?
Shawnee stays undefeated 5-0. Markayla Holland will be a problem in the River State Conference. 28 points a day. In Virginia Edmondson, the double-double, 18 points, 11 rebounds, one of the best point guards in the Appalachian Athletic Conference.
Well-deserved title from you. For all of the fans, for our production crew, our director, Caitlin Bone, for you, my friend Gary Justice, the Cavaliers and the Bears. I'm Gabriel Schrei saying goodnight from the Southeast Sports Network. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow at csnsports.com/How to Watch.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Schrei Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Schrei Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in.